can remind us what we talked last week. Eh? So can you please confirm you can hear me?
If you can hear the tutor, kindly give a reaction or just go to the chat box and type "we can hear you, sir," so you can proceed.
Okay, I can see your reaction now. So we're going to be diving in. So last week we spoke about setting up our project and we talked about some tasks. As I mentioned last week, the basic building block of HTML are the tags. It's just like when you are building your house, you can not do without the bricks that are going to be stacking upon each other or one another. So the same logic in HTML as well. You cannot do without tags. So the basic building block of HTML is the tags. And I talked about setting up our project, although we were not able to set it up on the PC, due to the fact that we used a mobile editor. Yeah. So I'm coming. Let me mute this thing. So this is the fact that we used a mobile editor. We're not able to set it up on our system. And we used the mobile editor called SPCK editor. SPCK editor. But now the appropriate way of like a mobile is just like a secondary. It's not the actual ID of coding. It's just like just for a re-improvisation. You get this fact that we're not able to use our laptop, so we had to switch to a mobile. So I want to show you guys how to set it up on using a laptop, because I promised that I'm going to do the recording, but I wasn't able to send it to you guys. So now let me show you how to set up our project, our HTML project. I believe every one of us can set it up with our SPCK editor. So yeah, what you do now, one of the best way I'll be teaching you is, first of all, you create a new file. Make sure you have VS Code installed. This is VS Code. Can you see this? Can you see? This is VS Code. Can you see my bottom navigation? Let me increase my brightness. So this is VS Code, Visual Studio Code. That's the full name. And this is the icon. Can you see it? So I'll be teaching you how to set it up. So first of all, what we can do is we click on Visual Studio Code. You can click on, or instead of clicking on Visual Studio, okay, you know what? Let's do it like this. Let's create a new folder on our system. I create a new folder. I'll say the name of the folder is practice.html, and I'll enter. But let me just say practice. Or let me say MS coding practice. And then I want you guys to pay attention. And then I'll right click and I'll say open with code. Open with code is going to be amongst our options after we right click. But if you did not find it there, what you can simply do is that you can just drag it and come to you drag it here, do you get? Or if you have the icon on your system, you will drag it and you drag it using. But most majority of the time, we are going to see open with code amongst the options that is going to be displayed. So when you right click, you see open with code and then you open with code. So you open that folder with Visual Studio Code. Yeah, so we're in Visual Studio Code at the moment. So just if you cannot hear me clearly, I want us to voice out. Do you get? So we're in Visual Studio Code now, and I told you that when we're starting up with our HTML project, we're going to do what? We're going to create a new file. So this is the icon to create a new file. This one is to create another new folder. But we don't want to create another new folder because we're pointing inside a folder. Then we'll just create a new file. And then it gives us an input prompt that what do we want to name our folder. I'm going to say we want to name it let's say we're going to name it index.html. Index.html. And you click enter. Click enter when you're done. I told you that anytime you want to write HTML, you must save it as .html. We must always save our file as .html. And I taught us couples of tags that we can use. And I told you, yeah, HTML is just like the what? It's just like the translator. So it's the translator between our computer and our browser. You get. Ordinarily, computer do not understand English language. They do not understand the language that humans speak. So we that we are humans, we now want to communicate with the computer that you should do this, you should do that. So we 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 write English language like we then look for a way in communicating that to our computer. So this ID now is the intermediary, is the translator, is the one that is helping us to communicate between ourselves and our computer. So anything we want to give to the computer, we pass it through this ID in whichever language we want to write. Are you with me? So this is HTML now. So we're going to be speaking through the language of HTML to our computer. And then when we open it in our browser is going to translate it. And then we're going to see what we've been communicating with the computer, with our HTML. We're going to see it in our browser. So last week I taught couples of tags. I taught okay, who can tell me one of the tags I taught last week? I want somebody to tell me. Just unmute yourself and speak. Are you guys with me? Or you were not here last week? Hello, are you guys with me? You want me to call out names? Okay. Let me see. I think. Okay. Okay, Mercy. Give me one example, one type of tag that you know. Wait, I'm sorry, admin. I didn't know able to unmute. Okay, let me unmute you. Okay, Mercy, you can speak now. Hmm? Can you hear me? Can you confirm if you can hear me? Just do a thumbs up or say something. Okay. Okay. I saw that being Fulua. Can you say something? Can you give me an example of tag that you know?
Header tag.
Header tag. Okay, nice. Okay. So
Paragraph tag. Paragraph tag. Paragraph tag.
I didn't hear what you said.
Paragraph tag.
Can you speak loud?
Paragraph tag.
Type it in the text box because I think I'm hearing French. Type it in the chat box. I want to see what you said. I'm waiting now. Okay, let's just continue. Let's just continue. So I believe you guys can hear me now. So I mentioned that we have different kinds of tags. And I started with the heading tag. And I told you that the heading tag runs from what? It runs from H1 to what? H7. So when I say my first, so when I say my first project, can you see? So the best thing, are you guys with your laptop? The best thing for you guys to do is you should be with your laptop as I'm doing it, and then you'll be practicing along with me. You will get, instead of you just looking at it. Well, nevertheless, you can just, if you're not with your system, you can just continue following up. So first of all, this is our editor, which I mentioned. I mentioned that we cannot just go and write our code in Microsoft Word, or you cannot write it in any other text editor like PowerPoint and Excel. I mentioned that we need an editor where we're going to be writing our code, and that's why we came through, or we crossed to VS Code. That's what came across VS Code. So I mentioned that we have varieties of editors, which we also call IDE. IDE, those are places we write our code. So, and I mentioned that when we want to write our code, we have, sorry, I'm coming. I don't know why you guys are not saying anything today. Sorry, I'm coming. Okay, yes. So can you guys hear me now? Okay, nice. So I mentioned that we need our IDE and we need our browser, because anything we're communicating through our IDE, it has to appear in our browser. our browser has to tell us that yes, this is what you've been communicating with your IDE, and it's also going to catch whether the communication is correct or the communication is wrong. For instance, now when you're writing, when you're speaking English, you might blow a grammatical blunder. So then our browser is going to tell you that alpha, this thing that I wrote, it is nonsense. You get. So we need our browser and we need our IDE. This is our IDE. This is VS Code. We have other IDEs like Sublime Text. We have Notepad++. We have varieties of IDE. We have online IDE as well, like Code Sandbox. We also have like what's the name of this one? There are many IDEs like that, but the major one, the most common one is VS Code. That's why we're using our VS Code. And so this is a code you write. This is a code. We've written a code. We've written our code. My first project, we wrote it inside H1 tag, and then we want to see the outcome. So what we are going to do is we save it. We'll Control S. We'll save it. We'll now go to that our file. We'll go to this our file. What's the name of the folder we create? We create our MS coding practice. This is the folder we created, and then we open it. So it opens in the browser. Can you see my first project? Do you see? Do you see how you check it? So when you write, we can just put it together like this. I'll share my screen like this, and I'll say, where is it? Where is it small? Okay, so this is the code. Can you see that? So I'm sharing my screen now. So when I write something else, so we must always save, because if we don't save, it's not going to appear in the browser. We must Control S. If it doesn't appear, we'll come here, we'll reload it. Can you see that? So when I write something, when I Control S, and I come here, I come and reload, you see it is. So it is taking effect in the browser. So let me do something now. You can see that this one is bold. Can you see that it is bold? So once I remove the tag, is so I Control S. That's Control S means save, and then can you see that it's not bold here? That means we did not write any code. This thing that we've written here, we did not write any code, and that is why our outcome is not bold. The fact that you did not annex it inside the tag, you did not combine it, you did not put it inside a tag, just like you are speaking normal English. The system does not understand normal English. You get it, understand coding language. So yeah. So I've showed you how to set it up, right? So basically, instead of you coding here, for those of you that don't have your laptop is not able to share your screen or divide your screen into two. So instead of you coding here, and then you now go out of your project and coming to run your project here, it is stress. It is stress. Now we developers, with our coders, with our front-end coders, we don't like stress. So what you can do in that aspect is you install an extension. So extension are those resources that you can use that is going to ease your workflow. It's going to ease your coding. Do you understand? So this is the extension, this icon that you can see here. Can you see where my mouse is pointing? This is the extension. And so when I click on the extension icon, oh no, this other one. This is the extension, this one. So once I widen this, let me widen it. So I widen it. I'll search for live server. Live server is an extension that is going to. So I search for live server. So can you see? This is live server at the top. This is live server. So you can see that I have it installed. That's why it's telling me that I should disable it. If I disable it, if I want to install it now, it will show installed. But the fact that I have it installed, that's why it's not showing that's why it's showing on install. You get. So if you say I haven't installed it before, it's going to show installed. So you guys should install this live server. So what this live server is going to do for you, that is going to be launching a development local server with a live reload feature. That is, instead of you going outside of your code to go and run your code, instead of you going outside of VS Code to go and run your code, what you just need to do is come in. I don't know why this is. So what you just need to do is come to this down place. Can you see where my cursor is? And you click on Go Live. Once you click on Go Live, you might okay. Let's write the code and then we'll now click on Go Live. Come in. So let's say if you guys cannot hear me well, just let me know if you cannot hear me well. So now let's write. So before we run our code, let's reiterate on all the tasks we've learned. We stated that we have 3 major sections of HTML tags. We have our head section, we have our body section, and we have our title section. So when I told us that there are shortcuts for us to define it, so I told you that we write HTML colon and then what and 5. So when I click on enter, it generates for me automatically. You see that it generates for me automatically. So and I told us that this doc type what this doc type is just that it's telling us that this document is an HTML document, and then the HTML language. This one is just telling us that it is English language we are using to write the code. You get our code is going to be written in English language. If it is in Arabic, it just say AR. If it is in Chinese, it's just going to be Chinese language. If it is in Italy, it's going to be so. The fact that you are seeing here and here, just letting us know that this is English language. So this meta chatted UTF is what is UTF is just telling us that if you respond to our device viewport, our device size, can use this viewport as well. You can see that the content is because of the device. So basically we have different screen sizes. We have different screen sizes. Yes, the size of your system may not be the same as the size of my system, and thereby we are going to require different view sizes. The way it's going to render down your screen is going to be different from the way it's rendered on my own screen. So that's what it is. So basically you don't need to know all this. The fact that you can generate it with a shortcut, so you don't need to really know it. So but this section now is very important. This title section, this head section, and this body section. This is the way I divided the major HTML sections. So now, any code you want to write, I mentioned that any code you want to write and want to be seeing it in a browser, you want to see how it is displaying on the browser, we use what? We define it under this our body tag. For instance, now, that H1 tag that we created, I mentioned that our H heading tag, it runs from H1 to H7. And I mentioned that if you want to write a note in your class, the teacher is going to start with a topic. And so just picture that heading tag as a topic. So, H2 now, picture it as a subtopic. If you want to continue writing a subtopic, so let me say we have our H1, and then I say, let's do the website. Let's say, what should we name our website? Let's say MS Frontend, or let me say MS Frontend website. So this is our H1, and I come. So if I want to see the way MS, so I want to see the way this MS Frontend website is rendering on our browser. Before what we will do is we'll Ctrl S, we'll now come here, we'll now go to the file that we save, we'll now go to the folder we save our HTML, we'll now come here again, we'll now come and run it here, right? But instead of us going through all this stress, what we can just do is what we can just do is now let me show you what we can do. Let's go back to our code. Let's go back to our code base. Like this, display. So let's go back to our code base. Yeah, this is our code base. Instead of doing all this wala and all this stress, what we just need to do is, I asked you to install live server in our extension. Search for live server. This is our extension. You start for live server. When you search for the live server, you are going to see something like this. Go live. You see go live here. So what you just need to do is come to this go live and click on go live, and then it will automatically open a browser where your page is going to be loading. Do you get? So it will automatically open a browser. So currently I've clicked on go live and it is loading. So let me see if it has gone live. So it is loading currently now. So can you see that it is starting? So what do you see? Can you see it started for us now? So it is loading at port 5,500. So can you see that it has started now? So you can see what we are coding. My front-end website. If I make any, let me divide my screen again. So let me divide my screen. So once I make any change now, let's say I say my front end web, let me say MS first front end website. Can you see what I only just needed to do was click on Control S. Once you save it, automatically you are going to see how it renders in the front end, your update rendering in the front end. I don't know in the browser. You get what I'm trying to say now. So I can come here again and I can create an H2 tag. I can say MS. So what we want to do now is we want to create, okay, let me say about myself. I want to write about myself. So I'll say about myself. So once I click on it, can you see I showing about myself here? So and I told you that our opening tag, when you see a slash at the front, that implies that it is the closing tag. I said we have two kinds of tags. We have the opening tag and we have the closing tags. So when I say about myself here and I come here, so like when we're talking about myself, what are you going to talk about? I want you guys to ID it with me. I want to create a website about myself. So I want you guys to ID it with me. What are you going to talk about when writing a composition about yourself? Adebayo, what are you going to talk about? Are you with me? I want you guys to respond to me.
Yes, I can hear you, please.
So when we're writing a composition about ourselves, what are we going to talk about?
Okay.
What are the different topics or the different sections that is going to be like?
Okay, please, I'm so sorry for cutting in. So sorry for that. Please and please, if you want to do this, please try not to use personal information, because for the sake of those that are not available for this class, the video will be uploaded on YouTube, and YouTube has a very strict policy on harassment and privacy. So if we share any details about anybody person, like even though it's anything personal, YouTube is going to flag the video and the video is going to get banned. So please and please, if you want to, anything, I know I can see you are like trying to make like a composition, but please limit it. You can do it to something else, other things about yourself, but please no personal information, so the video will not be flagged on YouTube. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I guess. I also thought about that. Actually, what I wanted to do was like, not like really a composition, but like, when we want to write a composition, we have a topic. you have topic and subtopic. So I want to give them the idea of those different tags. Like basically, what I just need is like what are the sections that you are going to need when you want
Okay.
to write about yourself. You get what I'm trying to say?
So,
But basically,
okay,
let's
you're good to
not
go.
go that route. I get you. Okay, so let us channel it to another aspect due to the policies and the likes. So, what can we talk about? Let's say I don't want to. Okay, let's say MS Academy. I think it's safe to talk about MS Academy, right, or my school. That one is about yourself. Okay, let's say let's. I want us to. Okay, let's say basic science. Okay, I hope every one of us here are doing basic science, right? Or we did basic science. Okay. Okay, so I want somebody to suggest to us what can we talk about.
Okay, we can talk about maybe the vehicle, the brand,
Hmm?
the model. I said we can talk about maybe a vehicle, the brand, the model,
Okay, nice,
the
nice,
miles
nice. A
per
vehicle.
hour, and all.
Nice, nice, nice. Okay, okay, nice. Okay, let's talk about a vehicle, like you said. Let's talk about everybody knows Lexus, Abby.
Yes.
Mm. Or what do you feel? Or we should just talk about a vehicle generally.
Yes, a vehicle generally, any vehicle would have a model, would have a year it was made, would have
Okay, nice.
fuel capacity and stuff like that.
Okay, nice. A vehicle. So let's talk about a vehicle. So I hope you guys can see my screen. So when we're talking about a vehicle, we talk about a model, right? We talk about the make. Is it it is model and the make, right? And which other we talk about the model, a vehicle, the model. Talk about what else? What else are we going to talk about? I want the class to be interactive. You guys can speak. Like, I'm not comfortable doing the talking. I want you guys to say something.
Okay, so sorry, the call was in lecture mode, and that means that we will not be able to unmute the mic. So I'm going to change that now since you said you want the class to be interactive.
Yeah, yeah. I want it to be interactive.
Unmuted.
So please, if you are not speaking or you have not saying anything, kindly mute your mic so it's not going to interfere with the class. Everybody is unmuted, but if you are not asked to speak, please do not speak. And if you are not speaking, kindly mute your mic. Thank you.
Okay, so we can talk about a subject.
Okay, okay. Hold on, I'm coming. I want to confirm if this thing is being recorded. Okay, it's being recorded. Okay, nice. Okay, so you guys can still see my screen, Abby. So you said we should talk about what?
Yes, a subject.
a subject for a vehicle. Like we're talking about a vehicle now, not a subject. So in a vehicle, we talk about the model, talk about the body,
talk about the body.
We talk about the brand.
Okay,
the brand.
The model and the brand. Okay, the model and the brand. Okay.
The color.
Okay. Okay, nice. So basically now, once I save this now, we have our H1, it runs from H1 to H what at the moment?
Sorry, I'm lost. What are you guys doing, please?
So basically now, what we want to do is just like we are reiterating on the tag that we learned last week. Although we're going to be learning new tags, but like I want us to challenge it in such a way that we're going to be talking about something. Because we'll be learning some other new tags. This what we are learning now is those tags we've learned. I told you last week that H1 tags, our heading tag runs from H1 to what? H6, right? Can you remember, right?
Yes, sir, I can remember.
Okay, nice.
Yes,
and
sir.
Nice. And so today now we want to talk about a vehicle. So I was telling you that you should picture it in such a way that, for instance, now when you are doing a subject in school, now you have a topic, you have a subtopic, you have another subtopic, you get. So you can have about 5 subtopics in a particular subject. So now I want to talk about a vehicle, and we have the H1, which is the topic, which is the heading, that's the actual main title. Then we have our H2, which is subtopic, H3 subtopic, H4, another subtopic. And now I told you that as it goes down, as it runs from H1 to H7, what will happen? Once I run this code now, once I run it, once I do Ctrl S, what will happen? Let me ask somebody.
If you run the code, it will show the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 4.
Yes, it will show, but how would it show? How would it render? You know, we can see
the size will decrease.
Huh?
The size will decrease.
Yeah, the one will be bigger than the rest now.
Exactly.
The size will decrease.
Exactly. So once I do Ctrl S now, can you see how it is decreasing? So
yes.
we're only going to run it to H1. Okay. The model, the brand. I don't want to talk about the model. Okay, let's talk about the model. Okay, the brands. Let's not talk about brand. The brand is the. Let's not talk about brand. Let's talk about shape. Let's say shape. Let's say shape. Let's say color. So let's do like this. Okay, yes. So I thought H1 to H6, but we're going to stop at H4 for today. Okay, David, you want to do something? Okay, so let us continue. Okay, let's continue. So now we're going to be learning another tag. You know, I told you that basically all what you want to learn in HTML is the tag, right? So we're going to be learning another tag in this aspect. So now, as you know, let's go back to our case study, which is our classroom setting. When we're in our classroom, our teacher writes a topic on the board. What follows the topic? It writes a paragraph, right? Right? It discusses about the topic, and so we want to discuss about, because every website you have to have a topic and you have to have something that the website is talking about, right? So you have to have what the website is talking about, right? So now we are going to learn another tag, which is our paragraph tag, and I want you to. The paragraph tag is like just like writing a text. You know, aside from topic, you want to write something on your web page. You want to write a paragraph. you want to discuss about your web page, and that's what the paragraph tag is teaching us how to do. So now, the same syntax, the same way we write our heading tag, that's the way we write our paragraph tag. The only difference is that our paragraph tag is denoted with P, and we must close our tag. We must close our heading, our tag. Any tag we are opening, we must always close it. So now, let's talk about our vehicle. So I would say, what is the vehicle? A vehicle is what? I want you guys to tell me what the vehicle is. Is
a vehicle is a means of transportation.
Yeah.
A means of transportation.
A vehicle is a means of what? Transportation that moves us. Just redundancy. Let's just write it. That moves us from. I don't want us to write it as a means of transportation because vehicle is not a means of transportation.
It's a machine that helps us to
let's
move
use
from
machine.
one place to another.
That helps us because when you say means of transportation, we're talking about our land, our sea, and our air, right? A vehicle is a machine that helps us to move from one place to another. So that is our P tag. Can you see how we change that? Can you see how we change that on the browser? So this is how we change that on our browser, our P tag. So we can have another P tag. I can see, in other words, a vehicle is carries people from their place of stay to their destination. Right? So that's another paragraph. So now the model. Let's talk about a model. So let's also declare our P tag. We say we have various model of vehicles, or let's say brand. I think brand should be the brand. So we have various brands of vehicles, one of which is, so in this aspect now, I'll be teaching you another tag, which is called our unordered list. Our list tag. We have two kinds of lists. I want you guys to pay attention. We have two types of list tags. We have the ordered list and we have unordered list. So we have various brand of vehicle, and I'll come here, I'll declare my list tag. So I want you to know that the way we declare our list tag is
Corolla, Toyota.
Nice. We're coming there. So the way we declare our list tag is not the way we declare our heading tag and our paragraph tag. So I can see we have various brand of vehicles. So the way we declare our list tag is we open our less than symbol, then we write UL. UL is unordered list. Unordered list.
OL.
The full meaning of UL is what? Unordered list. So let's comment this out. I'm going to comment this. Who remember what I called comments last week?
Yeah, I remember.
You remember what does comment do?
Comment do is that what comment does is that if you put a code on it, it will not render what you put. It will show that you actually put that code.
Exactly.
Yes.
So can you see? When I control S, can you see that we cannot see the unordered list? We cannot see it anyway. So let's comment our our H2, the brand. Let's comment it out. So you see that it will disappear. It will not show again. So once I control the shortcut for comments on your laptop is control and slash. Control and slash. That's forward slash. Control and forward slash. I just do control and forward slash. So I've already commented out the H2, but it's still rendering. Who can tell me why it's still rendering here? So the reason why it is still rendering here is because I did not save it. Once I make anything here, I must save it so that it's going to show here. So once I save it now, I'll do Control S, or if you can come here, you can just do File and you can save here. Can you see save? You come to this file and you see save here. But instead of you stressing yourself, just do Control S. So once we do Control S, can you see that the brand is still here on inside our code, but it is not showing inside the browser because the browser cannot read it because you already commented it out, and you can see the syntax the way we comment: our less than, then what, then our exclamation, then our 2//, and then you can see the syntax. Let me increase the size for you. I don't know if you guys can see the screen clearly. Let me see if there's a way I can. Okay, you can see it, Abby. Okay, nice.
Yes,
So let me see if there's a way I can increase it. Okay, let's not waste much of our time. So far, you guys can see it. So I'll be commenting it back. So Control and /. Can you see that it has come back to our code? Okay, nice. So let's come to our unordered list. So we're going to leave this comment there. This comment is telling us that our UL stands for what? Unordered list. Let's do it like this. UL stands for unordered list, so that you guys are going to know, you won't forget. So we'll now come here. We'll now open our UL tag. So we'll open our UL. So another thing. So I said UL stands for unordered list, and you see the way it is rendered. So let's do something. So what are the different kinds of car we have? We have what?
we have the LI too. We have the LI.
Toyota, Mercedes.
You have Toyota. So don't forget about something. So I told you that our unordered list, the syntax is quite different from our H1 and our paragraph tag. So this unordered list, this is the parent element. It has a child. Anywhere you see the parent, you must see the child. Do you get, for either unordered list or ordered list? But now we're looking at our unordered list. So this is the parent. So we need to declare the child tag as well inside of the parent tag. So before we close it, so we are going to do what? We are going to write li. Li is that child that is always with the parent all the time. Do you see? This is where we opened our UL tag, and before we close it, we put our li tag because it is the baby. You cannot do without this UL. And then it comes, and then we come down, we come and close it here. So inside this li tag, that is where we declare our list. Anything we want to list, we declare it inside this li tag. So I say li is what? So we say we have Corolla, Abby. We have Corolla.
Yes, sir.
So which other tag do we have? Oh, we have Toyota. We'll come here again. We do another li. Another li.
You can also
say what?
You can also
we say Toyota. Which other car do we have?
Mercedes.
Okay, we have Toyota. So we have Corolla, we have Toyota, we have what again? We have what?
Mercedes.
Look, you can
We have Mercedes Benz, and what else do we have again?
We have Honda.
So
We have
let's list 5. We have Honda and Lexus. Say Honda. I'm coming. So we have Honda. We also have what? We have. Let's choose our last one. Lexus. You guys like better cars. Calling Mercedes Benz and Lexus. That's nice. Okay, so what do we need to do now? We've listed all the cars that we have. So what do we need to do in order for it to show here?
We need to go live. We need to go live.
We need
Go
to
live. You need to say go live.
We've already gone live. That's why we're seeing this, brother. But yeah, I need to see.
You need to. Okay.
So as I click on Control S, you can see that it renders here. So we have various brands of vehicle. This is our paragraph tag. This is our list tag. This is our first list. Can you see it? Our second list, Toyota. Our third list, Mercedes Benz. Our fourth list, Honda, and our fifth list, Lexus. Can you see? This is on ordered list. This is the way it's going to show on the browser. Can you see the bullet?
Yes, sir.
Do you know what?
Yes,
I can see the bullet.
Is called? Do you know what the bullet? These are bullets. These black things. They are what? They are bullets. So now I told you we have 2 kinds of tags. We have the unordered list, and I told you that we have ordered list. So this UL stands from unordered. It stands for unordered. On unordered list. So now so let's now declare our ordered list. So we come here, we say OL for ordered list. OL is what? OL is the parent element. So inside ordered list. So inside the ordered list, we also have our what? Our LI tag. So our LI tag now. Can you see our LI tag now? Can you see? So let's name some other kinds of cars. We have what? We have Camry. We have what? We also have what? Elox is not a brand. Elox is a model. It's a model of Toyota.
Okay.
I want a brand name. We have
Land Rover. Land Rover.
Let's do it like this. Let's write the model. Let's write the model of all these cars that we called. Okay, Toyota itself is not a Toyota is not a brand. So let's look for something else, right? Let's write we have Toyota, we have Honda, we have Mazda.
Yes, sir.
Mazda. So let's write another paragraph tag.
BMW.
Let's write another paragraph tag here. So let's put it into sections. Let's write another paragraph. Let's say P tag. When I say these are the models of the above brand. So can you see? And then we come here. Can you see? These are the models of the above brand. Can you see our LI? So for Mazda, give me a brand of Mazda. You guys don't know car. You have Mazda.
We have BMW.
No, Mazda. BMW is not Mazda brand. Let's say we have Mazda MPV. Yeah, I remember we have Mazda MPV. So let's come here. Let's create another LI tag. We'll say what? Don't forget our code must be in small letter. Don't write capital letter code. So LI tag now. So Toyota what? We have Toyota
Corolla.
Corolla. So can you see that ordered list? It is ordering it. It is not in a bullet format. So it is ordering it.
Yeah, it's in the number format.
Exactly. So when I say another, we have Mercedes Benz. Give me a Mercedes. We have, let's say, MX 324. I just made it up, sir. So we come here for Honda. We have Honda Accord now. I know we have Honda Accord. We have Honda Crosstown. Let's say Accord. We have Honda City as well. For Lexus, we have what? Lexus. We have GX. We have GX 470. We have GX 470. So once I save it now, I'm coming. Ctrl Z, Ctrl S. So once I save it now, can you see? They are ordered. They are numbered. You can see. We did not put number there, but like the fact that they are ordered, that's all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you get? So that's the difference between an ordered list and what? And our ordered list. So now so we have a vehicle. So Mazda, Toyota. So let's now talk about them. So let's talk about the shape. So let's say. So what is the shape of? What is the shape of? Which one is the first one? Mazda. What is the shape of Mazda MPV? Okay, let's not talk about shape because I think shape is not a. Let's talk about the car. Let's say about the car. So let's come here and we see about the car. So the car is what?
Can we talk about, you say about the car, can we talk about them in, each of them in categories like Mazda, Toyota, I don't know.
Let's just, so that we're not going to waste too much time, let's just talk about them generally.
Okay, sir.
So just tell me, how will you describe a car if I ask you to describe a car? So let me say about the car. So I replace about the car with the shape. So let me control it. So can you see that it has shown here now? It's not more the shape, it is about the car. So tell me about cars. Let me say about cars. Or cars, let's not say about cars, let's say cars description.
Okay.
Let's is
a self-powered land vehicle designed primarily for passenger transportation.
Okay, cars is how many wheels? Cars are what? How many wheels? So which tag are we going to use to describe it?
Paragraph.
Nice, paragraph tag. So we open our paragraph tag and then we say. So one interesting thing about VS Code is that when you open a tag, it helps you to close it. It helps you to close it automatically, and it also gives you. You see now it gives you. What is it called? It gives you int. Like now when I click on P. Can you see? When I click on P now, it's giving me int that is the P tag. It gives me different kinds of int. That's why it's good to use VS Code. You have it in SPCK as well. So cars are four-wheeled vehicles. No, let's not use. Okay, let's say vehicles. Four-wheeled vehicles that are. Okay, let's just describe a car that has. They have a windscreen, right? I mean windshield. How do you say it? Windscreen, Abby. Or how should we describe that? I want you guys to tell me how should we describe a car?
It's a self-powered land vehicle designed primarily for passenger transportation.
Like boat too is designed for passenger transportation. Aeroplane too. So I want us to describe a car like in a unique way. Do you get? I want us to
Okay, you can say.
Okay, you can say
car.
it builds to balance mechanical power, human comfort, and environmental safety.
Aeroplane too does that. Do you get? Like that
We
one
can
is
say
like a generic. Okay.
that has an engine.
That has an engine. All those others still has an engine. I want us to be specific. I want you guys to think.
It's a four-wheel device that
Okay.
helps people in transportation.
Device
That helps in
that
transporting people and goods from one place to another.
people and goods from one place to another. So this is where I want you guys to pay a very, very big attention. So let's leave the color for now. So this is where I want you guys to pay attention. So cars are four-wheeled device that helps in transporting people and goods from one place to another. So what is the keyword here? I want you to tell me what is the keyword. What is the keyword when I describe a car like this? What are you going to tell me that it is like the unique specialty of a car? In this small definition that we do.
The four-wheeled.
Yeah, so four-wheeled. And what? Transporting, like I want for a car, other like aeroplanes and other vehicles can also transport. But like I want the main unique specialty for a car. A car is always four-wheeled. You've not seen a car that is three-wheeled. You don't call it a car. You call it a Mara or a tricycle. So what I want us to do now is that we have all these tags that we are seeing now. I want you to guys take note of it. All these tags that we've learned block level tags. All these tags are block level elements. When I talk about element, I'm talking about tags. So you might find me saying elements. Just know that I'm referring to tags. So now all these are block level. And what block level means are they run on their own line. Like they run on their own new line. They don't run inside another, they don't run inside another tag. What I mean by that is that all these tags you are seeing, they are going to have an opening tag and they have their corresponding closing tag on their own same line. Do you get? So H1 tag, paragraph tag, UL tag, OL tag, they are what? They are block level elements. So we have other elements which are called what? Inline elements. They are called what? Inline elements. These inline elements, they don't run on their own line. They're the one inside of another tag. So for instance now, when I come here and let me teach you some block level tag. So this four-wheel device, we want to bold it. We want people to know that yes, it is four-wheel we are talking about. So we have a tag that is called the strong tag. We have what?
That one will show that it is important to the viewers.
So we want to lay emphasis on this four-wheeled device. So I want you guys to observe what will happen. So I'm going to save now, and you will tell me what will happen. So what happened now? Can you guys see my screen clearly? What happened?
Yeah, it shows that that one is more important.
It's more important, but like what happened? What happened actually?
It showed that it was bold. That it is bold.
Exactly. So our strong tag, what our strong tag does for us is that it's bolding a specific aspect. So you see why I open the tag? I open the tag here at the front of 4, and then I close it. Can you see this is our closing tag? I told you closing tag always have what? Closing tag always have a slash. So I closed it at the back of what? At the back of device. So it's letting you know that this four-wheel device is where we want to start from 4 and then we end at device. So when I control, when I cut it, when I remove it here, if I did not close it now, you see what will happen. See, I'll just control S. What happened? I did not close it.
Yeah, he did not close it, so he affected the rest of the codes as well. So he made it to be bold.
Can you see that because I did not close it, so it affected it to the end. Everything was bold. So that's one of the major importance of closing your tag. And I will be laying emphasis on make sure to close your tag. If you don't close the tag, it can spoil all your code. So you must close your what? You must close your tag. So let's come back here and or let's come here and let's close it here. If I come and close it here, so what happened? What happened?
It will make the specific ones to be bold. The specific ones to be bold.
It starts on 4 and it ends at what? And it ends at 1. Can you see that? Yeah, nice.
Yes, sir.
So let's go back to our 4-wheel device because we just want to lay emphasis on only the 4-wheeled device. So let's say this is our 4-wheeled. Cars are what? Cars are 4-wheeled device. So aside from our strong tag, we also have our what? We also have our EM tag. EM. What is EM? What does EM does? EM. What?
EM is to emphasize it.
Yeah. Can you see this place now? Can you see that it is written in italics? So those tags are called inline tags. They are not on block level, like I explained earlier. Can you see that the way the structure of this text is different from the way the others are? This one is slanted.
That please, your voice is down. I can't hear you clearly.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I said, can you see that this one is slanted while the others are not slanted? So this one is also an inline tag, inline level element. When I say element, I'm talking about tags. I've told you that I'm going to be saying element. So when I say element, just know that I'm talking about the tags. When I say tags, I'm also talking about elements. So the same thing, the same thing the strong tag does, that's what the EM tag also does. Like you start from somewhere and then you close it somewhere. So the strong tag, what it does is that it boldens the selected like where we started from. Can you see that we started from 4 and then we ended at this device? So let's join the two together. So another interesting thing is that we can even join it together. We can say strong, and then we come here again and we say control V. So what happens now? What happens?
If we bolding the specific code you selected.
It boldens and also what? It's also slanted.
The strong has already pushed the emphasized tag aside. So it's now showing the strong.
It's showing both. You don't notice, it is slanting. It is showing both.
Yeah, it's showing both, exactly. Sorry, it's showing the both of them.
Yeah, it's showing both. So do you understand now? So what do I call those two tags? I call them what? Inline tags, inline level elements. Do you get? We have inline level elements, and we have what? We have our block level elements. So our block level are this H1, our paragraph tag, our list tag, which I mentioned. Our list tag can be what? Can be classified into 2, which is what? Our ordered list and what? Our unordered list. Do you understand? And now,
yes, sir.
So now we've created a vehicle website. So this is pure HTML, as you can see. We've not started writing any design, which we are going to dive into shortly. So I just want to show you guys something. I mentioned that, last week I was not able to show you what this title tag is, right? So I'm going to be able to show you now because I'm using a system. So this document you can see now, Where can you see it on this web page? Where can you see that a document is written on this web page? This document, this document is a text that is written inside the title element. This
I don't
document,
understand your question.
This document, can you see this document as here? Document as here.
It's written in the tab bar.
God bless you. So you can see that it is here. So this is basically what our title bar is doing. So I come here and I change it to let me see, I change it to MS Microsoft web page. Or let me say MS web page. I say Control S. You can see MS web page.
Yeah, it will affect the local host. It will change the local host. I mean the name for.
Can you see this is just the title on the title bar of the browser. Can you see? So this is what the document is doing for us. So in the coming weeks, next week, we're going to be linking two files. We're going to be linking two files together, and we're also going to be creating our image tag. But before we conclude our class, I want to show you guys an important thing, because I mentioned last week that anything you can see inside your browser is always going to be defined inside your body tag. But if you cannot see it inside the browser, it's going to be defined where? Inside your what?
Edge.
Inside the edge tag. So now let's do something very interesting. So what's the time now? 9:06. Okay, before we close, let's go to font.google.com. What we want to do now is we want to leave a link. We want to leave a link to a font here, and so we want to change this font. We want to change this font to another font. So what we can just quickly do is let's go to fonts.google.com. So what I want to do is that I'll be pasting that font on the heading tag, and you're going to see that I don't know why this thing is hanging, but can you see my screen? No, it's hanging.
Yes, sir. Your screen, sir.
I'm coming. You can still see my screen, Abby.
Yes, sir. I can still see it, sir.
Okay. So this is our fonts.google.com. So what it does for us is that we can search varieties of fonts, and then we can input it into our code. So I told you that when we want an external effect to show or to take effect on our website, we put the link to that stuff. That's okay. Let me just practicalize it for you guys. So let's search for, let me see, which handwriting should we search for? Let me see. Who has any handwriting in mind? Should we do cursive?
Bulgaria.
Let's do cursive. Everybody know cursive now. Let's do cursive, because everybody knows cursive. So what we do is we click on this get font. We click on get font, and then we click on get embedded code. So what we do is, you can see that we have option of the web. We also have option of Android. We have option of iOS. We have option of Flutter. So what we just do is we just use the web, and then we do what? We copy the code. Once we copy the code, we do what? We come here. We come back to our Microsoft, our VS Code, and then we come to the Edge section. This is the opening tag of our Edge section, and this is the closing tag. We come to the head section. We come here and we do what? We Control V. Can you see that? This is our Control V. What does Control V does? For those of you that exactly nice, Control V paste. So those of you that do not know, you can just right click. Once you right click, you are going to see paste, and you click on paste, and it pastes that link that we copied from google.com. It pastes, but like the link is still here. The link is just on our, it's just on inside our head. We've not yet called it. We've not yet asked the link to do anything. So the way we're going to ask it to do something is we are going to need to style. Abby, we're going to need to what? We're going to need to style. And so, like last week, I taught you that if you are writing HTML, you must always save your file with what? .html. So now I'll come here. I want to style. I'll do style.css. So this style.css. And so when I do style, I just want you guys to see.
I can't see anything. Nothing is showing on my screen. I just got disconnected. I don't know if it's from me or if anybody is also facing same challenge.
Okay, who else cannot see the screen?
No, I think it's.
Who else? Can you can see it? Can you see it now?
Yes, sir.
I cannot see the screen. Nothing is showing.
Maybe it's your network. Okay, let's quickly round up. So I will take it next week, but let's quickly round up because time has gone. So I just want to show you guys what I'm trying to say. So this is our index.html. I said so. Let's look for our body tag. So our body tag. This is the tag that all the things that you are seeing here. All the things you are seeing inside our browser, it is inside our body tag, right? So I just look for our body tag, and I'll come to our style.css. What I'll do is I'll call our body tag inside our style.css. You know, style. I've told you, I've explained HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I use the car scenario. For instance, now, if you want to build a car, you have to get the materials you are going to use in building your car. After then, that materials you are getting, just picture it in your mind that material is HTML. Without that material, you cannot copy your cars together. So once you get your material together, you have to copy your cars together. You have to paint your car. Which color do you want to paint your car? Do you want your car to have right wheel or if you have left wheel? So just picture that in your mind that is the work of CSS. So CSS is the one that is going to make all those styling. But you know your car is not yet moving. You have your material, you have this car, you've connected all the joints together, you've painted the style, the wheels, the plate number, you fix everything. But your car is not yet moving. So it is JavaScript that is going to write that function that your car is going to what? Is going to use to move. You get? So basically I explained that we're going to be learning it one by one, HTML, CSS, and then JavaScript. But the way I see it now, we're going to be interconnecting between HTML and CSS. We'll be learning HTML and CSS together. After then, we know what? When I go to JavaScript. So now, I'm going to call my body tag. This, don't forget, anytime writing our CSS, you must save it as what? As your file.css. You call your body tag, open your curly bracket, and then want to start styling it. So for instance now, let's say we want to change the text from black, want to change our text. Okay, let's just say we want to change the background color from white. Just change it to background color. Let's say which color? Let's say aqua. Aqua is kind of a bluish. So when I contrast, nothing happens. But you have to link your HTML to your CSS. You know, I mentioned that we have three kinds of link, like we have three methods of writing our CSS. We have our inline method, we have our external method, and we have our, what's the last one?
Block line.
Like when
Block
you have
line.
inline, eh?
Block line.
Block,
Internal.
block line. Oh, that's inline. That's inline. We have inline. We have external. Let's just picture that too. So the third one is like we should be writing it with JavaScript, but just for now, I'm not going through JavaScript. So just picture that we have inline and we have what we have external CSS. So when I come here, I have to link my HTML to my CSS. And so the way we do it is that we come here, we declare a link tag, LINK, and we do what? Rel. And then what? Put style sheets, and then we href. What href does to us is that href is one that is linking it for us. So what's the name of your CSS? We name it what? We name it style.css. So style.css. So once I link it, can you see that the color has already changed because we declared it aqua here. Once I remove it now, you see that it did not change again. So let's go for a nice color. Let's go for a very nice color. Let's say chocolate. And I'll click on. Can you see? Can you see that the background color of the page is already chocolate now? And then we can see the color. The background color is different from color. Color is like the color of all the text. But when you use background color is going to color like the parent elements. So when I say color, I will say our color should be maybe, what color do you want? Don't forget, you have to put your column. You have to put your column.
Black.
So let's not use black. Let's use a nice color that is going to go with chocolate. Let's say the color. The color of all these texts are black,
Blue.
right? Say blue, go with chocolate. Okay, let's use blue first. Contrast. Can you see blue? All the texts are already blue now, so it's not really fine. Let's use antique white.
Use gray. Yes, you can use gray.
This one is fine.
Okay,
So
white.
now,
Yeah.
let's now change our font. So what we'll do is that font that I want to show you guys. I will still be showing you guys this next week. That's not where we're going. But what I just want to show you is that all these things you are seeing here, it is not written inside. Okay, let me just show you the font. Let's change our font. We'll do font family. So don't forget, always put a column like after you already declare what you want to. So come here, font family. See, our font family should be what? It should be, what's the name of the fonts the name of the font here is what? It is what?
Cursive.
This one.
This one, is it Edu? And okay, let's say cursive first. Let's see if it's going to change. So let's say cursive. I'll come here. I'll say cursive. I'll say font family. Okay, let's just change. Let's say cursive. Can you see that it has changed? So basically, our CSS is using styling. So this link that I fetched here, this link, okay, I see why it did not work. So don't forget that we have to close our tag. I did not close the tag here. I did not close the tag. So what's the name of this font? Or instead of what's the name of this font? This font is what? Cursive. I think I'll have to leave now. My phone is almost dead. So coming. It is cursive. Okay, that's not the name. We need to find the name because we've linked it with our HTML. Coming. And you can also link it with your CSS, but I want us to link it with our HTML. So basically, this is what I'm trying to say, that you can fetch the font from Google Fonts, and then you paste the link here in your HTML in the head section, and then you can slide it in your CSS, and then the font is going to change. Can you see this is not our default font? Do you observe that that's not our default font? So if I comment it out again now, I will do Control S. Can you see we've gone back to our default font? If I comment all this whole out, if I do Control and I comment everything out, see that we don't have any styling again on our web page. So basically, CSS is the one that is styling the web page, and we're going to be going further into CSS maybe by next class. So we're going to be intertwining it. We're going to be doing it together with HTML. So I hope you guys gained one or two, and we're going to be calling off to this class here. If you have any question, you can just let me know. And yeah, this class is done. Do you have any question or any comment or any?
No, we don't have any.
Sir, please, what? Yes.
What is what?
Sir, please, what's the name of the app that we use in this coding?
Yes.
Okay, you were not here before.
The name of the app.
Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code.
No, last week my network. Sir?
Oh, are you with your laptop? Can you hear me?
No, sir.
Oh, okay. So it is Visual Studio Code. What you just need to do, what you need to do is after you install your Visual Studio Code, you click on it, see the Visual Studio Code, see how it looks like. This is how it looks like. Can you see it? This one that my cursor is playing on top of it. So this is how it looks like. So you install it. After you install it, you click on it and you start coding. You code. What you do is that inside the VS Code, you create a new file and you save the file as what? As your name.html or anything that you want to name it .html. Don't forget that .html, because if you not save it as .html, it's not going to what? It's not going to work. So basically, week 2. Well, week 2 is too fast to get into CSS Grid and Flexbox. Maybe I think we're going to to get wow this maybe this you still need to know a lot of things before you get to CSS Grid and Flexbox. So you need to know the different kinds of code sections for semantic HTML before you get to media code. Week 2. Sorry, I don't know if the admin is here. How many weeks will the course run for? I don't know if, because this topic I'm seeing it's kind of too forward for week 2. But anyhow, I will discuss with the admin. So I hope you guys understand what we did today. Do you understand what we did today? If you have any do you have any question? Any question?
Yeah, I fully understand what we did today.
Okay, so
yes, sir.
So now your assignment is, I want you guys to create a I want you guys to talk about the different kinds of houses that we have. Yeah, we used a vehicle as a case study. I want you to write different kind of houses that we have, the type of house, what's the house, what is the types of house, and you list the different kinds of houses. I want you guys to list 10 different kinds of houses. So you those 10 different kinds of houses are going to have a UL tag and OL tag, and then you write description of each one of them, and then you to submit to my you submit to we're going to create a Google form where you submit your assignment to, or maybe you submit. We're going to provide the submission link for you guys. But I hope you guys understood what we did today. So next week we're going to be moving on to our image tag, and we're going to move on to what our anchor tag, which are very, very, very important. So I wish you have a good night. I want to say I wish you a happy weekend, but your weekend is already off. You're already done with your weekend, so I wish you.
Please, will the assignment?
You want to say something?
Yes, sir. I said, will the assignment be sent on the group? Because we can't hear you clearly. The network is breaking.
Okay, yeah. We're going to send the assignment. So have a nice day, guys.